right now at 5.
This year will be my last one as a member of the House.
The Speaker of the House with a bombshell announcement.
I am proud of what this conference has achieved.
Telling the country he's ready to retire. And the Speaker said his decision has nothing to do with politics and everything to do with family.
And he says that's why he is ready to retire. CBS 4's Elliot Rodriguez is in the control room now with what the Speaker had to say and the President's reaction. Elliot.
Well, Rick and Rutabaga, Paul Ryan says he is leaving the speakership and retiring from Congress with no regrets, and after giving the job everything he has. Ryan said he wants to spend more time with his family in Wisconsin, but his departure is leaving a major void in Washington, where the Republican House leadership may undergo a major transformation. House Speaker Paul Ryan announced he will not seek re-election so that he can spend more time with his family.
If I am here for one more term, my kids will only have ever known me as a weekend dad. I just can't let that happen.
The 48-year-old congressman from Wisconsin leaves Congress with accomplishments including major reform of the tax code. His decision to step away comes at a time when Republicans face uncertainty of winning seats during the midterm elections.
I really do not believe whether I stay or go in 2019 is going to affect a person's individual race for Congress.
Ryan has served nearly 20 years in the House and is one of the youngest members to be elected Speaker.
Amidst all the stresses and pressures of leadership, Paul's optimism and energy never faded.
Speaker Ryan's a good man. He's always true to his word. Even though we disagreed on most issues, in the areas where we could work together, I found him to be smart, thoughtful, and straightforward.
On Twitter, President Trump said Speaker Paul Ryan is a truly good man. He will leave a legacy of achievement that nobody can question. Miami Congressman Carlos Curbelo called Ryan one of the kindest, most decent men I have ever come across. No one has served the American people with more integrity and honesty. I'm very happy for the Ryan family. They deserve to have him as a full-time husband and father. Congressman Mario Diaz-Balart said in a statement, he is a good man, loving husband and devoted father, and I am lucky to count him among my friends. Ryan's departure opens the door for new leadership, with Representative Kevin McCarthy and Steve Scalise seen as frontrunners. He plans to serve out his full term, run through the tape, and retire in January. Now, the two congressmen believed to be frontrunners for the Speaker job, Kevin McCarthy and Steve Scalise, are not confirming whether or not they want that job yet. Scalise said he is not focused on titles right now. McCarthy says he wants to concentrate on keeping a Republican majority in the House after the midterm elections.